Hey guys, 15 seconds, Magpie and friends, how are you? We're live. I'm so sorry, my apologies for this morning's live feed. The audio was just dreadful, you know, I'm aware of that. They muffled me, I don't know how, but I couldn't hear a thing either. God, I had to delete one of them, but anyway. Yeah, I really hit my stride there, but anyway, something happened. It was just mute. See me moving my mouth, couldn't hear a thing. I don't know. It does happen, you know, it's happened before. Yeah, it's a shame really, because some of the improv is pretty good, but it's hard to repeat, you know. I don't script things, like they're not repeatable. First time I went mute, I was doing like a review of Dark Side of the Moon. I really thought it was the greatest album ever made. But I'm not going to get back into it. I'm pretty sure anyone who likes that album would agree with me that it's one of the best ones. What I call like a landmark, you know, like if you were walking through the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think that album would sit somewhere in that history, you know. I wish there had been some great albums over the past, you know. I think back over them. And I really, really like old albums, you know. I'm not sure that they're the same these days. Albums these days well, they're not the same kind of product, are they? You know, you could say you got an album, you can download an album, but I don't know. It's not like having the record or the CD or something. Yeah, gotta go home and play this thing, you know. Oh, anyway, we killed it. We did all our job. We smashed it. So 127 boxes. Took about 6.5 hours, maybe 7.5 with delays maybe, but yeah, let's call it a 7-hour day. 127, that's not too bad, all in the city. Melbourne, it was a great day, beautiful weather, can't complain at all. It's been great. Just lately anyway, the weather's really turned good, and people have started celebrating. I can tell there's a lot more people, there's a lot more life in the city now that the weather's good. Yeah, so I wanted to get back to one important thing. I'm pretty sure I got muted out, but I got a lot of respect for those people who are beginning or trying to establish a new relationship or a firm forever relationship with somebody. You know, I really think humans were not meant to be alone. Like, we're not polar bears, you know. We're definitely, we came out of tribes, we came out of groups and societies that, you know, without one another, I don't think we would have got anywhere. You know, like, I don't think we could have achieved anything if we were just solo operators. So, to all those people who are feeling a little bit like on the edge of society, they don't feel like they belong, maybe they may have you know, started to feel a bit of like a lone wolf, you know, a bit like it's you versus the world. But I really think that's a wrong point of view, because, you know, really, we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for other people. So I want to give credit, thanks to all the people who in history, yes, worked hard, had children, grew them up, and that's the reason we're all here. You know, like, I don't think we should forget about it and say, oh, that's the past. Imagine if everyone turned into a lone wolf long ago. We wouldn't be here. You know, we wouldn't be here. if nobody established a family, made children, and passed on everything they knew onto their children, well, I don't think. And look, I kind of agree that now I'm starting to see that most humans are pretty much the same. They really are. Like, the only difference is the individual ego who is currently there inhabiting that body. But that body is essentially the same as any other body. Yeah, I know that some people have allergies and some people don't. But that's not to argue for some sort of biological difference. There's differences in people's preference. But we're essentially the same kind of thing, I don't know. I'd like to see the dissolution of things like nationality, religion, things like that. I really think what we need is to get back to the basics of being human, right? And if we have to redo our values, rewrite our values, why not? Let's do that. Why can't we sit down and establish some values that actually are relevant, that matter? They're not old, dusty ideas that we don't want to have anything to do with. I'm talking about new values that reflect our current state of how we are as people, as enlightened beings who are educated, who can obtain knowledge, who can perform actions and tasks, people can be relied on, people can make promises and actually keep them. These are things we can work on. I just don't see why we're not trying harder. There's nothing on television about it, of course. Don't expect television to be on board with any kind of progressive values or of trying to change people in a way that would make them see clearer. They want you to put your TV goggles on, right? They want you to watch what's on television. They want you to buy the products that are on the advertising sponsorships of each show. They've designed those shows so that certain people would watch them, and they've designed the ad campaigns around who's watching these things, who's listening to these things. I know we still have radio. I'm not sure about radio advertising, but TV advertising, I don't think there'd be a TV without it. Basically, it was invented for advertising. And I think that, have we changed? Do we see television as not an advertising tool anymore? Or do we see it as, we have some information and then we have some ads? Well, I still think the foundation of the television is advertising. Like, there's nothing else it's for. What do you think? I'm not hearing anything because I don't know if this audio is bad or not. I know this morning's was. I may cut this short just because I think they're having a bad day in the live stream world. But I do like to check in. I didn't do one yesterday afternoon, but I tried to do two this morning. Only one of them came out. Hopefully this one gets through. So I want to just shout out all my favorite peoples, my peeps, my besties, all my favorite friends out there who, you've all kept in touch with me. That's great. I love that. My main Tyrone, Mr. Double T, Camp Crystal Lake, Marty and Marty's new girlfriend, partner, life partner. We wish you all the best with that. You're our favorite romance story. We want to know all about it. You've started a new thing and we are all on board. We want you to stay together forever, if you can do that. But if you can't, let us know what happened. In the end, I want you to stay friends. That's a great idea. Stay friends with your exes. Don't break up with exes and be nasty with them. I think if you started out as friends, you should stay that way. And I don't think we're exceptions to that. Like, all the people who I pretty much talk to a lot now You know, got our people like Tackle Gaming. He's always coming to see me. Just trying to remember. Afridi. We got Born in Geneva, somewhere out there. The Great One. All our gamer people, the game people like Bellelysium, and there's much more of you, but actually the names are really hard to remember, but they're all very nichey. They're all very specific to like being awesome at games, you know. I get that. There's a Roblox dude out there somewhere too. Darren's out there. I know there's a lot of Aussies out there. Elizabeth West, of course. We salute you. We can't wait to come and visit you on the island that we forgot the name of, but is it Snake Island? I'm not sure, but we want to come there. We're thinking of having a massive get-together there. I just hope there's enough accommodation for all our people, you know. I think that would be great. Wouldn't that be great? Everyone get together, meet somewhere, have a drink, actually meet in person and go, hey, how you going? Blah, blah. Oh, I remember your face. Oh my God, it's you. I can't believe it. You know, you're not a robot. You're an actual person. It's great to know that. You know, I think we've all been hiding behind our avatars for too long. And I got tired of being that person, and I thought, well, I got nothing to hide, you know. Good afternoon, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. What a mouthful. Talk about a handle. Wow, what picture do you use? The alphabet. Good job, alphabet. Can I just call you alphabet? That would be good. Maybe A, B, C. A to Z? A, B, Y, Z? I don't know. You should choose a couple of those letters. Sorry, didn't realise. Aristotle. I know who you are. That's alright. Why are you coming up with fake handles all the time? You should just come on with the same one. No one's going to know who you are if you keep changing names. Nothing to hide, that's what I think. Nothing at all. Unless people really have something to hide, I understand that. There are some things you don't want everyone to know. Fair enough. There's so many more people. For some reason I'm blanking out, but I know when everyone comes, I just know I've seen them before. We had a Kelly the other day. Oh, damn, I wish someone would come in so I could remember. Well, school's out, it's 3:30, and it's a Tuesday. It's very warm, it's 30 degrees, it's very hot, and it's great, actually. I've been amazed by this weather, actually. Feels like summer for sure. I mean, it's a bit early for the hot weather, but we're getting it. We did have a big downpour last night. A lot of rain fell just randomly, and then it stopped. Don't know. I suppose that's good. That's good for the earth, isn't it? Have a hot day, drop some rain at the end. Like, there you go, back to where you were. You know. Well, we've been talking more about being sustainable, just for ourselves, but also to feel like maybe we can make an impact on the state of things, the environment. Perhaps if we all did something, you know, like I know each of us does. We recycle our products. We try not to buy things with too much plastic on them, you know, like packages, or take your own bag to the shops. These are things we've adjusted to. You know, opting for more like sustainable materials, maybe, you know. I know that nobody likes wearing vinyl pants anymore. It's probably a great thing, you know. I don't think it's good to be producing vinyl pants or wearing them. I think the world could live without vinyl pants. What do you think? I think so. And like, I know some people sworn off leather pants too, but you know, even leather pants these days, I'm not sure if there's much of a demand for them. Lately, the fashion, I've really taken notice. It's probably something weird you probably think not many blokes would look at, but in Melbourne, there's a lot of men and women with great fashion sense, really great fashion sense. I really think so. Especially now, you know, there's a lot of, I don't know, just great patterns. You know, I've seen some beautiful dresses today. I've seen some smart looking dudes, you know, wearing kind of different outfits like suit. So a guy had a black shirt. It was a really good shirt. And I thought, yeah, well, I've started to notice what people wear a little bit. I don't know why. They go to some effort to buy these things. Well, I may as well notice what they're wearing. I always wonder what it says about them, you know, especially on that side of Melbourne where the theatres are and all that. There's a lot of well-to-do people there. I noticed they all got good shoes. They're very respectably dressed, you know, like yeah, and I don't know. I'd like to think Melbourne's improving slowly. That's the hope, you know. Deep down, I know I grumbled a lot about Melbourne, but I do love Melbourne. I really do. That's why I was so upset to see sometimes Melbourne's in a really bad state of disarray, and traffic's very unpredictable there. There's a lot of people who maybe shouldn't even be there driving, you know. There should be, so a lot of people should really start taking the train or buses and enjoy not having to park or get tickets and get fines as well, you know. Like, it's not a place conducive to driving in and parking and going for a walk. It's not like that. There's other parts of Melbourne that are like that, you know. You can surely easily get parking around Carlton. You can easily get parking around Clifton Hill, places like that. And it's not far away. I know I used to do it. I used to park out a little bit, park in East Melbourne. I don't know, there's plenty of spots you can go. Along the river, St Kilda Road. There's parking down there, you know. South Bank still has some parking, although they put in a lot of machines. Yeah, there's plenty of places you could go. Anyway, device is overheating, guys, so I better go. I'll see you all soon. I'm nearly home.